you find it difficult to come up with content ideas for your podcast? Or perhaps you got stuck during the interview with the guest where you just have nothing to ask anymore? Try Poddex today. Poddex is the best all-in-one podcast idea generation tool. You get everything from episode ideas to interesting conversation starters for interviews, engaging discussions for your live stream, and even social media content ideas. With this tool, you don't have to spend weeks trying to come up with content for an episode or unique questions for your guests. Just shuffle the cards and pick one at random, hit the record button, and get started. Now you can make better content, have more fun while you're at it, and get your viral moment. All with Poddex. Head over to poddex.com and use code C4C. What's the word? It's Mr. LP, Clear Visions Podcast. Damn, I done missed some days. My apologies on that. But we are here to talk about 5 things creators need to tighten up on. Okay? Stick around. Listen to the intro. Here we go. What's the word, everybody? It's your man, Mr. Al Pete from the Mighty MPN.
Man, listen.
And you're now tuned in to the Clear Visions Podcast. Get ready to enjoy the show.
Are we clear?
Clear Visions Podcast. We are Bike, BYKE for Duval. Back for the world. What's happening? Hopefully everybody's doing well. I'm playing catch up, but nevertheless, I am here and present. Okay? Yeah. I feel like it's been a minute since I've been on here, man. I done missed some days, but nevertheless, I'm still hanging on and plan on making things up. So, yeah. But I'm not going to hold y'all too long. We're finna get into these joints. So one of the topics that I want to talk about today, which will be a spinoff on another episode, I got to get my homie Dedrick L. Hicks Jr. on it. 5 things creators need to tighten up on. So, this includes me too, all right? So, I do be kind of lacking on some of these things, so it's not like I'm just telling y'all what y'all need to do. I'm telling myself the same thing, okay? When it applies or if it applies, all right? So, yeah, shout out to Poddex being a sponsor. Go to poddex.com, put in that joint C4C, and get you some questions and stuff. All right, number 1, like the post that you're tagged in. For some reason, creators do not do that. Like on Instagram, Twitter, whatever, a simple retweet would be great. A simple thank you would be great. Just acknowledge the post that you're tagged in. So if it's an event coming up or something like that, and somebody tags you in it, you get the notifications. You're on your phone. You got the phone in your hand always, and you can't tell me that you didn't see the notification. I refuse to believe that if you're an influencer, creator, whatever. All right. So you should like it. And like it, unless you're not on social media, a different story. But if you're on there within 24 hours, you're seeing that notification and they got you tagged. So make sure you like it and share it too. Do the extra steps and share it. So that's number 1. Like the post that you're tagged in. Don't act all, all brand new, acting like, you're just going to let it sit there for a minute, then reply. No. Especially when somebody acknowledges you, like a birthday and stuff like that. That's called engagement. That's called community engagement. You're just talking to the people that's involved in your event, or your post. If somebody comments on your post, reply back to them or hit a like or something like that, and keep just let them know that you saw it. All right, number 2, have a website. Have a website. This is very important, man, because I remember one particular time, might have been a year or so ago, where Instagram was down and Facebook was down. And it was just crazy how that happened. Like, everybody was kind of down. They couldn't promote anything. They couldn't talk or nothing. So a website is definitely vital. And I feel like, excuse me if the wind's blowing, but I feel like having a website is it just shows that you're legit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shows that you're like very serious about your work. So, and I know for me, if I plan on being an investor of something, I just want to be able to reference back to a website versus going to the Instagram. Like, You need to know a little bit more. And websites don't cost that much either. So you can get on the website, man. Shouts out to Squarespace. That's who I rock with. Number 3, not researching, but claim they're the only person doing this or that. You don't know how many times I done heard somebody say, oh, ain't nobody doing this, ain't nobody doing this, and the third. Somebody's doing it. Might not be in your immediate circle, might not be in your city, but somebody is doing something, the same thing that you're doing, and have somewhat of the same avenue that they want to go with the things that they want to do. And they're working on it. And, I just feel like you should do your due diligence and do some research. Find out who these people are doing it and even connect with them. It's not on some it's on some competition. And I feel like a lot of creators harp on this competitive spirit. And it's like, there's no need to be competitive because at the end of the day, the bigger circle, the overall factor of things, both of y'all can be in the same positions in the same time and still exist and still be wealthy or successful with the things that you're doing. So definitely do your research. Please do your research. Google is your best friend. Google, YouTube, the hashtags, the SEO, like that's what all that's for, to find out, how to gauge stuff and see what's going on. See who's doing the same things that you're doing. See who's clicking on the same things that you're clicking on. Somebody's doing something, remotely the same. Number 4. Oh, I said that already. Don't reply or interact with their fans or new fans. Yeah, I said that on number 1. But yeah, when you make a post or whatever, somebody leave a comment, take time to reply back. I do it every time for my birthday, and I do it on all my socials, and it's a lot, okay? I'd be, like last year, it took me like a year. Not a year, I'm sorry. It took me like a week for me to respond back to everybody. But I did it. And, I would think that the people that support me appreciate that. So, you need to interact with your fans and your new fans. That's why call to actions are good. So you can gauge like who's the people that's going to engage when you drop stuff. They can be able to push it. And, they'll be the ones that help you with the promo without even helping you. So you definitely need to interact with your people. And last but not least, not altering another creator's work. This is the one I'm gonna bring my brother in, Dedrick L. Hicks Jr., Mr. Sports Desk, Mr. Smell Good Family. You can go check him out on mpn-llc.com. But yes, if you have a photographer or a videographer or somebody that's doing your promo, when they send you that info, when they send it to you, 105% out of 100, the product is already ready to go. You ain't got to do no alterations. You ain't got to do nothing. All you got to do is just post. Put it on your social medias and post. You don't need to add no flavor to it, add no screen on it, add no letters to it, none of that. You ain't got to do none of it, all right? Stop cutting up videos. They be all up in the, they be like 4K, I think 6K at this point. I'm not sure, but high quality stuff that they send back to you, and you mess it up by cutting it, and that's just kind of like a slap in the face. It's like if you was cooking something and somebody said, "Oh, well, I'm gonna re-put it back in this pot and cook it for like 10 minutes." It's like, damn, like why would you do that? So please be careful with that, creators. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't disrespect the videographers, the photographers, the creators of your promos, all that stuff. Don't alter it, man. And another bonus on that: credit the people. If they took a picture, you credit them when you post it. Put that emoji on it, that camera emoji, and their name, because when people look at these things, they might be like, "Damn, them pictures dope." Let me talk to the person that took that picture. Next thing you know, it's networking. So it's networking one-on-one, guys. So those are my 5 things. We can expand it to a little bit more. But let me know in the comments what y'all think. If you want to add something, that's cool. Add us and send me the questions and the thoughts so we can talk about it on the next episode with me and D. So, all right, I'm gonna get up out of here because I got things to do. Check out this song by Ebonique. It's called B.O.B. I interviewed her for my podcast, The Groove Suite. Please go check that out. It's all on mpn-llc.com. She's a beautiful young lady. Beautiful voice, all that great stuff. So here's her song. I'm out of here, y'all. Love y'all. To the top.
I can't lie, man. Frost, you cold for this shit, man.
Say all the pretty girls outside. All the pretty girls outside. All the pretty girls outside. We outside. As soon as I walk in, spotlight's on me. And it's a lot going on. I feel like all eyes on me. Cause you know I'm dressed in brown jeans that hug me tighter than your baby daddy. And you ain't gotta ask me. I know they watching, I think they watching. But they can compete with me, no make attraction. And everything on me real, no Kardashian. Ay, I'm in the fashion, ay, look at the fashion. They can't even get a reaction. Down, no, they thinking of me. Watch me pop out like they been Japanese. I be steady rolling, riding. Finally put my fears behind, so why they speaking on me? Ay. Cause I be minding my black on business, why they speaking on me? Ay. Cause I be minding my black on business. Cause I be minding my black on business. Say, cause I be minding my black on, yeah. She sizing me up out the blue. She must wanna get with that ooh, so I'm about to give her the ooh. And I've been patiently waiting and calculating for you to start celebrating. Instead you still get hating like, girl, don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. Down, no, they thinking of me. Watch me pop out like they been Japanese. I be steady rolling, riding. Finally put my fears behind, so why they speaking on me? Ay. Cause I be minding my black on business, why they speaking on me? Ay. Cause I be minding my black on business.
Clear Visions Podcast was produced and engineered by myself, along with the intro and outro music. Subscribe to this podcast that's available on MrAlpete.com, mpn-llc.com, and on all podcast platforms. Thanks for listening, everyone. Building but becoming. To the top.